because he doesn't have one. But we do know that they beat up on the Rams 44-21. Kyle?
It was a great day for Dallas. Huge win, get to 500, pound the Rams. But it also got really weird. And sometime in the second half on the call, Joe Buck says, we have a situation with the coin toss. Now, when you win the toss at the beginning of a game, what you win is the right to choose, kick, or receive. If you choose to defer that right to the second half, that's fine. You get the ball the second half. However, if you say we choose to kick, you are in effect using that and you don't get it in the second half. It gets very literal and there's a lot of semantics. So in other words, Dallas was facing a scenario in which they were going to kick off both halves. Now watch this. We're going to roll the tape and you're going to see Dak Prescott, who says a lot of things about kicking and defense and everything, but in the middle of it all does say defer. It's kind of a mess. Have a listen.
It is heads. Dallas has won the toss.
Go defense. Defense. We want to kick it. Kicking it that way.
You want to kick?
We defer the second half. Yes.
Okay, you're going to kick.
Yeah. Go defense. Defense. We want to kick it. Kicking it that way.
You want to kick?
We defer the second half. Yes.
Okay, you're going to kick.
Yeah.
All right, quick timeout. Look at the right side of the screen. Okay. That's Johnny Hecker, the punter for the Rams, who knows exactly what's going on. Look at Weddle side down and be like, bro, this is a mess right now. They've both seen everything, both in special teams. They've done a million coin tosses.
Well, Dak basically said what? He said, I'm going to defer the decision and we're going to kick.
Dak said everything. He said, we're going to kick. We're going to kick.
First he said defense.
The second half. The official says, so you want to kick. And the Rams are just laughing about it because they know we are now in the upside down. So roll it ahead. Let's see how this finishes.
Go defense. Defense. We want to kick it. Kicking it that way.
What defense?
We want to kick it.
Go defense. Defense. We want to kick it. Kicking it that way.
You want to kick?
We defer the second half. Yes.
Okay, you're going to kick.
All he heard was kick.
Look at Weddle.
So the game starts, and there's shots of Dak on the sideline and Garrett on the sideline. Like, no, that's not what we did. And it gets kind of lost here. It's like sometimes my child comes home and he says, can I have a cookie when we get home? And I go, yeah, we'll talk about it. And all he heard was, yeah, and he's eating one. And I said, we'll talk about it. He said, you said, yeah. But here's the best part. The league command center in New York got involved mid-game in halftime and said, hold on a second. We heard him say defer. He's going to defer. And they fixed the whole thing in real time, which is difficult to do. They told both coaching staffs, guys, he deferred. The Cowboys are getting the ball to start the second half. They got it. They got points out of it. And now we have Defergate or whatever. But it was settled. And I remember when the Jerome Bettis thing happened on Thanksgiving, heads or tails or whatnot, the next week, Atlanta Falcons linebacker Jesse Tuggle came out for the coin toss holding a sign that said heads. I would just suggest to Dak Prescott, maybe next week, a little bit of levity, get your Microsoft Surface and bring it out and just have it say defer, because that's all, no defense, no kicking, just say defer. And in fact, the Rams decided to defer the win and the Cowboys railed them, but that was really messy. However, I salute the league, the command center, everybody in New York.
Nice.
They fixed it, guys. We did it. But that was fun.
Go to the other game there in the NFC East. This was a big one here. The Redskins hosting the Eagles. Redskins did not go quietly into the night. They fought their butts off. And this was Adrian Peterson with a tremendous, looks like Marcus Allen in the Super Bowl. Tremendous run here. Reverses field, and he does history. He passes Curtis Martin for 5th on the all-time rushing yards list and ties Walter Payton for 4th on the all-time rushing touchdown list. Take that, Dutch Clark. Tell me I didn't make the top 10? Get out of here.
Clark's sitting pretty. Wherever he is.
Carson Wentz, game on the line. Hits Greg Ward. Greg Ward, of all people, had 4 catches down the stretch. Wentz would go 8 for 8 on a final drive, saving the Philadelphia Eagles season, keeping them alive.
I heard Greg Ward made the NFL Top 100.
Greg Ward is a fantastic player. Mentioned more than any other player on the show today. Eagles win by 10. Unbelievable thing. A lot of unknown weapons for Carson Wentz. They got it done. Zach Ertz, he knows he's actually a known weapon. Tim Jones caught up with him after the game.
I mean, they're a good team. Obviously, they showed today, but just really proud of the guys. I don't think anything that those guys are doing is surprising any of the guys on this football team. We've seen the way they've worked over the past 15 weeks. Even though they weren't in there with the ones each and every day, they were competing against our defense on the practice squad. And now they're just making the most of their opportunities, and we're going to need everyone.
Zach, last question. My goodness, this sounds like an Eagles home crowd.
Yeah.
What are the Cowboys coming into next week at your place?
It's going to be a heck of an environment. Obviously, everyone understands what that game's going to mean. for the long run. It's going to be a heck of a – Philly's going to bring it. I expect it. I know they're going to. And as the Eagles, we're going to do the same.
Taking a look at the playoff picture here. Eagles going to 7-7, of course, keeping pace with the Cowboys atop the NFC East. The two will face off, of course, like Zach Ertz is saying, in Philly next time on his home turf with their fans. If the Cowboys win, they do clinch the division. The Eagles have to beat the Cowboys, and then they have to beat the Giants as well in Week 17 to lock things up.